structure fire, a car crash, something doing with medical assistance, helping the EMS or assisting, all those different things, different types of tones. And that has gotten a little bit convoluted. And we've asked them, that was the other half of the complaint, if you will. So every year, we've always had each chief of each fire department sign off on the procedures, the fire chief, the city police chief, the city fire chief, and each of and the sheriff and communications, so that everybody's kind of on the same page and agreeing with those procedures. And we're gonna still try to do that, and we've asked everybody to come to a consensus, and I think there's several sections of that. I think that they've already making a few changes or requested a few changes to working with Lisa as far as the medical call out part. They're working with Chris, I think, as far as and with our communications people and how those things are being done. Anyway, that's being worked on, and those things can be done, but they by God can't be done if somebody don't tell me about it. And I think everybody understands that now. So what I would ask you as a commissioner, if one of your fire chiefs comes to you in your district and there's a distinct issue that they have that would concern me, that you would let me know about it. I'm not saying that that has not happened. I'm just saying if it happens in the future, let me know about it. And there may or may not be anything I can do, but if there is something I can do, I will respond and make sure we get that working, because these are our volunteers, and they're very, obviously we don't have full county fire, and we'll never have full county fire. Even the counties that do have full county fire, they still have volunteers, and these are always gonna be viable agencies, and I wanna try to do whatever we can, but we can't do a darn thing if we don't have correct communication. And Brian was at the meeting, I think you saw some of the convolutedness of it. But I think everybody is on understanding now, and if they're not, then it's their fault. And hopefully they understand that I want to know if they have a specific issue, just like that one. Somehow the tower climb appeared to be being held up by me as sheriff, and I don't have crap to do with it. And we do the communication center, the infrastructure. I don't authorize tower climbs unless it's for my antenna. So I think everybody's clear on that now. But I wanted y'all to be clear on it, because I know y'all get hinted individually in your districts by your respective departments. So, and how Brian and Chris and all that works, I would never touch that. I'm gonna tell you how to do your job. And of course, I'm not gonna let you tell me how to do mine. So however all that works out, that's fine. And we just need to, I want to do what we can do. There's only certain things that I can do. One last thing I wanted to mention that I'm very proud of, part of this that interlocks into this situation is, it's called 1250 money from each traffic ticket. Each traffic ticket that is written in the county, it used to be 1250, that's why it was tagged 1250 money. Now it's $11 or something, I'm not sure what happened, but we get $11.30-something maybe. If each traffic citation that's paid goes toward that communication center, it adds up to around $65,000 to $75,000 a year. I'm sure the clerk will probably tell me off the top of his head what that figure is. But that goes into the communication center. It's designated money. It's for law enforcement joint communications. So the reason we can do that is because we dispatch for everybody as a joint communications. But the budget is around $700,000 for that stuff. So that doesn't pay for extra stuff. It goes into the mix. One thing I wanted to mention that I'm proud about is we just got our 2017 stats. It's 1 year behind. We'll get 2018 about this time next year. 11,000 traffic citations written in Madison County in 2017. The sheriff's office wrote 54% of those. More than highway patrol. They were like at 30-something%. And the city and a couple of the agencies involved, we wrote 54%. Majority of those are on the interstate. And this year we've actually we've got another person that's on the interstate. So those things will increase, but if you look at the traffic crash data, Ed just showed it to me, that's mapped out from DHS&D. They mapped out where all the crashes occurred in the county. And they have the little markers, and there's like 1 million markers right along Interstate 10. The rest of them are sporadic, except for 145 is a pretty good delineation for traffic crashes. The Interstate 10 is full of markers for traffic crashes. And that's why we're out there writing those tickets. If you ever get on Interstate 10, I don't care, even when troopers around, deputies around, people are still gonna be silly and do stupid things and cause crashes. So we're gonna be out there, but we're gonna continue, the right citations. The only other money that we get from those traffic citations for the county, we get about $4.50 that goes to training. And we get $30 per citation that goes to the court. For court, I don't know what the name would be, but the clerk has agreed with us. That's how we've done the security over there at the, we have 2 deputies that are designated to the courthouse. And we've worked out this door locking thing, so they'll be assisting the annex at the end of the day, closing, because that was one of the concerns was the tag office. So we're gonna be having one of those deputies coming over and being present with them at the end of the day. That's those paid for by those traffic citations. So it's a very, it helps us a little bit. 2002, before 2002, we got about 90% of traffic citation money. They changed that in 2002. Now we get $30 for court, $11.35 for communications, and about $4 for education purposes for the law enforcement. The problem is out of those 11,000 citations, there's only about half of those that actually get paid. The rest are dealt with in court, dismissed, suspended, whatever. So we're still around 6,000 traffic citations out of the 11. But anyway, and one last final thing, I think today is National Law Enforcement Appreciation. I'm sure you guys probably buy all the deputies lunch today and stuff like that. But anyway, if you see one of the deputies or police officers, tell them you thank them for what they do. And, but I think that's it, unless y'all have a question. Was there anything that I missed about the meeting there, Brian?
Well, if, maybe Mr. Chairman, Sheriff, if you would just maybe talk a little bit more about what we've talked about with the tag office.
Sure.
While you're here.
Yeah, we got everybody in the same, but there was obviously the last meeting, there was a complaint about closing times and things like that. And part of those closing times, it's not all about convenience, it's about security. So that's why, that's kind of the initiation of these closing times a few minutes ahead. The clerk is gonna be, shutting any egress to the courthouse at 4:45, which gives them, more time to finish up whoever's there and get them out. We're gonna try to assist with that. We're gonna be helping them shut those doors at 4. As soon as they do that, they're coming over here. Lisa has a big concern. They deal with a lot of, money and things like that, dealing with people paying taxes, and, they deal with now driver's license, they deal with tag issues. Some people get aggravated over those issues. There's nothing but girls that work in there. And at the end of the day, it's kind of a critical time. So those deputies are gonna leave the courthouse and they're gonna be over here, at least one of them, maybe both. And we try to secure her office at 4:45 so that they can, same with the court, so they can deal with what's there, get everybody out, and then they have to do an accounting thing. But there's a door right there at the inner part of the hall, once you come into the hallway. So I think before the outer perimeter doors were being shut at 4:45, we're gonna shut the inner perimeter door at 4:45, and leave the other ones open until 5. The deputy will be here till 5 to do that, to help make sure there's no other issues with Lee's office, or with Brian, or anybody else here. So this inner perimeter door, I think it was a maintenance issue.
Yeah, we have to have it repaired.
I never noticed it. It's right there at the door. And if we shut that door, it will secure Lisa's office, everybody in this hallway. but it would allow entry to the building department or wherever up until 5 o'clock. So we're gonna be shutting this inner perimeter at 4:45. Whoever's in the tag office, they'll do business with them or whatever until 5, and then they're gonna be doing their accounting part, and the deputies are gonna make sure everything's secure to that point, and then they're gonna lock the front doors. So the double doors will be shut at 5 o'clock. The inner perimeter that cuts off Lisa's office will be cut, shut at 4:45. And our guys will be present, with them, because that was one of the major concerns that she had and others had, was her office and these girls and dealing with money and some of the people that they made it with. But everybody was in consensus with that. And I think the clerk is working on some signage, if I understood that right, to make sure that delineation is posted. And so there's no, and maybe if Sherilyn does the website, maybe you can put that on there somehow, if it's not already, those designations. So that's what we're gonna do, and I think everybody's set with that now.
Sheriff, we appreciate what you do.
All right, thank you, Mayor.
We appreciate law enforcement, and we do commend them today on Appreciation Day.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Morning. You know, some people say Madison County is a poorest county, but I think it's one of the richest counties in a lot of areas. And last meeting, I came to you about a special election. They keep promising me this Friday they're gonna have the date set for us. I'll believe that date when I see it. But when you look at it, they're predicting probably a 20 to 30% turnout. And I talked to y'all about consolidating, making Madison County one big precinct and having 5 precincts on election day. But I want to come back to you a little bit more and talk a little bit more in detail. I sent a proposal for that to the state and I haven't heard back. Typically, I wait till I heard back from them and then come to y'all. But under a time crunch, there's some stuff that we have to do. And I come before y'all today, if they approve it within the next week, I'd like to do a public hearing on y'all's next county commissioner meeting to hear from the public on it.